How's it going, guys? Bringer Platoon here, and welcome back to another great set of games in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition post-update 6.0. Today I will be playing both of these games in the Tier 5 American medium tank, the M4A1, and it's going to be... They're both pretty bonkers games for the tank, I'm not gonna lie. They're not anything like phenomenal, but I do 2.5 times the amount of damage I need to do to get the third mark of excellence on average per game, which is apparently just 1,000 damage. So that's pretty funny. But yeah, phenomenal things happen here. You'll see that happen. Let's just go down the statistics of this wonderful Tier 5 non-armored tank. You get the 76mm gun, the Tier 6 gun for this vehicle, 128 standard pen for its AP rounds, 115 damage on average per pen, as well as the same amount of damage for the premium APCR you get that gets 177 millimeters of penetration. I'm not even going to talk about the high explosive rounds because they're not worth it to use anyway, but this thing is, it's an okay tier 5, as long as you deck it out for being as hidden as possible, but it does have some drawbacks, like the aim time is 2.3. Not very good for a 76mm gun, but it's also a very low tier, so I guess that's just for balance purposes. DPM per minute, at least on tanks.gg, it's 1,500 damage per minute. Very mediocre. Top speed is 48 kilometers an hour. Your horsepower kind of sucks, so it'll take a little bit to get to that top speed. Your reverse speed is 18 kilometers an hour, and then you get 460 HP, as well as you can see in the gameplay in front of you. 12 degrees of gun depression, which is amazeballs, but it still won't help you when you get hit, as you will not be able to bounce anything off your tank because of how terrible the armor is. 25 degrees of gun elevation, 370 base view range, which is not bad for a tier 5 medium tank. 20% fire chance, 1 in every 5 shells that go into you will set your ass on fire. And the dispersion values for the tank are 0.43, apparently. So be sure to do all you can to make sure your accuracy is increased by skills, consumables, as well as equipment, just to make it more easy. It doesn't come with a vertical stabilizer, so that kind of sucks. I just put a, I think I put on the rammer optics, advanced concealment, and the outline special targeting system or whatever. So there's really not a lot you can do other than to put the perk on that makes you 10% more accurate. But even that helps, even in lower tiers. But the tank is pretty miraculous. It's good for like sniping things, but as you can see with the dispersion on the gun, as soon as you turn the turret, it just goes very wonky. I was gonna say a little, but that would be a lie. At least the rate of fire is good. You fire once every 3 seconds if you've got everything that I've got on the vehicle, which, yes, again I say, includes the food. I'm taking a very risky play here because I want more damage. I want to go up more than just a little bit. I already have what's needed to go up in the mark. This is not going to be the 3-marking game. The next game will be, however. And yeah, they're both great games. But so I'm attempting to side scrape here very poorly. He's not paying attention to me, so I can be a little bit more reckless. I'm using a lot of APCR, as I'm sure a lot of you would also be in the situation that I'm in, because every game I play, it seems like I'm the best player on the team, and I'm not being arrogant. That's true, a majority of the time. Or if I'm not like the best on the team, I'm like the top 3, because for some reason, religiously, 10 players on the team will get less than 1,000 damage. It's pretty appalling. And when your accuracy and aim time is kind of shit, sometimes you need that extra pen to go through enemies, because aiming at weak spots and then having RNG make your shot go in a different direction, yeah, it doesn't hurt, definitely. The only thing it hurts is your silver earning capability, but if you're trying to 3-mark a tier 5 tank, you're probably not too concerned about silver. I've got 23 million silver in my garage right now, not really too concerned about it. I'm going to put a finishing shot into the T1 Heavy, and while 3-marking this vehicle, I probably honestly overused the premium penetration for this thing, but I also went like, I think the worst bill I've ever had was for the T20, and that was minus 70,000 in like the worst possible game. Like I was shooting premium the whole game, I would miss a lot of shots or bounce off, or they just weren't going where I needed them to go because I was flooring it around the map trying not to die. But either the case, check out this fucking RNG moment. Watch this. Look at my aiming circle versus where the tank is, and get shit on. Because that had a right going in, right? Sure it did. That's what the hidden gets for fucking capping. Like, well done. You're called the hidden tank, and you try every... You make an effort to make everyone know where you are by going into the base to cap. Like, well done. Look at my team. Not a single other player got above 1,000 damage, and a lot of them didn't even do their health in damage. Very, very predictable yet sad. It really is very sad. And somehow, with premium, oh, that's right, I had an op. I think I got an op for silver done there that gave me an extra 35,000 silver, so that's cool. But yeah, without that op, I would have went negative by like 50,000 credits, so that's cool. Next game is going to be on Sand River. I'm not even going to talk about the armor capabilities of this tank because I'm just I'm going to skip right over it, because unless they hit an an auto ricochet spot, your armor in the front is relatively 80 to 90 millimeters thick. 100 in some places in the turret, but you don't got a lot working with you, or working for you. And you can side scrape in this thing, but then they can just shoot the turret, so it really doesn't matter what you do. I would recommend hiding as much as you can, and if you're going to shoot over a ridgeline, make sure you're not engaging like 3 tanks at once, otherwise you will die in record time. You can use the premium consumable as many times as you want in battle. I would recommend using it when you're getting into position to try and spot as many things as possible, just to up the ante on how much spotting damage you could get initially, before any engagements actually happen from your team. Or towards the enemy team, I should say. And this game, I think is... Yep, it is. I actually have it on the title for the file that I saved. 3 marking game, expensive ammo bill. So we'll find out how expensive that is right in the right in the end. Stats. So I go here on Sand River in a medium tank because there's a lot of places that you can engage from, and I think that it's the best play because if you see that they're rushing this hill, you can fall back, and you have a lot of time to do so, to fall back into the town around like E8 and just get into that so they can't shit on you immediately, even if there's like 3 or 4 of them. But if you have a slow tank, you're not getting out of this dip unscathed or even at all, because that's just what happens sometimes. But from here, you can fire into their base, and you can just stay undetected while you're firing. I forget what my concealment rating is versus what my view range is, but I think my view range in this thing is barely over 400, and then my concealment rating, with the advanced concealment on, of course, was... I probably shouldn't have fired there, but I did, and I got punished for it, because I was playing stupidly, and I didn't think I would get shot at, but I did. Moving on. My concealment, what is it, like 320? No. It's probably like 290, 280? I don't remember. We'll see when I show you the crew that I used to 3-mark this vehicle. And with Bogateers, oh, that's right, I was going to make an effort to mention, if you use the derp gun on this thing, don't expect to do well every game, mostly because the HE penetration is 53 millimeters of pen, and then if you fire heat the whole game, not only is that going to be expensive as hell, but you only have 101 millimeters of pen. Whereas if you use the 76 millimeter, the tier 6 gun, which is what I'm using in both of these games, you can shoot twice for every time you fire the derp gun once, and you can get more damage that way because, well, more pen is a lot more competitively reliable than a derp gun that could hit low rolls for you every single time you fire it, because lack of pen or heat gets absorbed into tracks a lot easier. So yeah, if you fire the derp gun in this thing, you're just playing it for fun and not competitively. And that is my opinion on the matter, and that's all I'm going to say about it. But I'm just melting this T1 Heavy. I probably could have full healthed him had I had the derp gun on, but that is, again, very situational and not an everyday use type of thing. Team's pretty even, despite me doing 50 and 100 damage in a tier 5 tank. Although, once again, I will say that I am not surprised by that. You'll have a lot of PC 5.4s rushing in the game, like all the time in tier 5. I don't know why people insist on playing them so religiously in tier 5, probably because they're OP and broken. But the platoons that do that, I find they just rush out and die immediately because they don't really know how to coordinate their attack, and only people who know how to play the tank can actually make that shit work. So well done to them. But yeah, hooray for all. Like, what's this guy doing? What can he possibly achieve? I'm spotting him. He's being super smart, and so am I. I knew I'd get detected there. Decided to fire anyway, just so I had a clear sight on him. I don't even think I fucking hit the guy, did I? No. No, I didn't. But I know they're probably sniping back there with him, so I don't want to stay out in the open for any amount of time, really. I kill that guy, which was a Wolverine. Like, yeah, they're all just sniping on the fucking hill in the back. It's hilarious. Either you'll have people go through the AB lines and go up to the hill, or just stay there outright because they don't know what else to do, or what's more likely to happen is people... Oh, also, this thing, much like the Tier 6 Sherman Jumbo, or just Easy 8... I guess the Easy 8 is probably the best tank to shoot on the run with. But this thing, as well as the T20, don't fucking try it. You won't hit dick. This thing's gun dispersion while you're turning the tank is ridiculous, and I can barely hit this guy every shot. But he can hit me on the run, no problem. It's pretty funny, although I think somebody else in the back hit me in addition to him. But still, pretty dumb. My chances of hitting him on the run are much lower than him hitting me on the run. But I know I gotta finish him off. I've got a little bit of HP to work with, and I know I can't be one hit, so I take the chance in getting penned again to finish him off, and I do. Without getting punished for it. Because reasons. And then, of course, both of these turds are naturally going to come against me because it's the end of the game, and what do you do at the end of the game? You fucking rush tanks. I've still got a little HP to work with, thanks to RNG making that shot bounce. And then he has a 130 damage dealing gun, so it kills me. I don't know what alpha that thing has. I don't care. But that's a victory, and that's the end of the third marking game. I ended up with almost the same amount of damage as I got in the previous game combined. And there it is, the third mark of excellence. And then I'll exit out of this and show you that, as well as the crew that or all the skills I put on my commander to achieve this. And then I'll show you how pretty it is with the 3 marks on it. Maybe not in that order, but yeah. Yeah, all the ops, great. I love that they put, like, deals with the ops that pop up. Like, if you're mashing A and a deal pops up, you'll purchase it by accident, trying to skip the ops. It should be a button press, holding it down like you could before update 6.0, but it's fine. Whatever, just mash B instead of A. Simple fix. It's annoying, and you shouldn't have to do it like that, but you got to. But yeah, you got your track mechanic, your camouflage expertise, silent driving, muzzled shot, snapshot, brothers in arms, and a few other skills that I missed before I clicked off of it. But that's the 3 marking game. Never have to play that tank again. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time.